Okay, so this is an actual question I get asked at least once a week. Creatine, yes or no? Short answer for most of us, yes, you should be taking creatine. If you're going to the gym and you want to lose body fat, build muscle, get fitter, healthier, pretty much the standard goals, yes, you should be taking creatine. And then the follow-up questions are, what does creatine do? How much do I take? Is it safe? When to take it? And then which one to take? So we'll start at the top. What does creatine do? Creatine increases your lean body mass, so basically the muscle, or how much muscle you have. And some studies say between 1 kilo and 1.5 kilos a year, you can get extra from taking creatine. So if you weren't taking any and you gain 2 kilos, you might gain 3, which doesn't sound like an awful lot of weight, 1 kilo, but 1 kilo of muscle is an awful lot of muscle. And that's 1 kilo to 1.5 kilos of muscle tissue. The other thing it does, it draws water to the muscle. Muscles are 70% water anyway, so you can argue whether that actually is the muscle getting bigger, the tissue, the water, whatever. But you're holding that water in the right places. So one of the off-putting things for a lot of women is when I say to start taking creatine, you will weigh a little bit heavier on the scale. Whereas if you want to be 60 kilos, for example, and you are carrying an extra kilo of water, you'll be 61. So the scales won't say what you want them to say, but you will still look like you're 60 kilos anyway, and you'll be carrying it in all the places you want to carry it. It's not like you're carrying 1 kilo of fat around your waist. You're carrying 1 kilo of water or 1 kilo of muscle in your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, your chest, your shoulders, all the places you actually want to improve that will help you look better, regardless of what the scales say. And as far as my body using creatine, so it helps my muscles contract. So if I can contract the muscles faster, I end up moving faster. If I was doing weightlifting, I end up lifting more weight. If I'm in sports, I end up running faster. And then if I can contract the muscles faster, I can produce more force. I can lift more weight in other ways. So second question, how much creatine to take? It's a pretty standard one across the board. So 5 grams of creatine a day for 99% of people, it's going to be about right. If you take 3 times that, you don't really get more benefits. You're just kind of pissing the rest away, and it's a bit of a waste of money. And then some companies and some studies say there's a bit of a loading phase. So when you start, just to get the creatine in your system, 20 grams a day for a week, just so it's in your body and it's available for you to use. And then just 5 grams from there on out. Don't think too much about this. So it doesn't matter too much when you take it. As long as you're getting it consistently in your body, it doesn't matter if it's before, during, after training, no difference. So some of the overly cautious ones will ask, is it safe? Creatine, whey protein, caffeine have had more studies done than anything else in the world. It's massively safe. You make it in your body anyway, but you probably make about 2 to 2.5 grams a day. So it's not enough to get the optimal use from, and you get the rest from eating red meat. I'm pretty sure you get it from cranberries as well, but you have to eat like an ungodly amount of cranberries to actually get enough in your system. So supplementing is the best way. It's super safe unless you are breastfeeding, pregnant, you've got diabetes or kidney disease, then probably check with your doctor first before you take anything. And then which one to take? There's loads of different creatines on the market, but creatine monohydrate is the most useful and it is the cheapest. I don't know how those two line up, because usually if something's better, it would cost more. Fuck knows. It seems to be everywhere. Creatine monohydrate, can't go wrong. And the other thing while we're on this, if a supplement comes and goes, like testosterone, if it's in and out and in and out, so every 15 years it'll come back round, it might not be as useful as something that just doesn't go away. So like I said earlier, whey protein, creatine, caffeine, they fucking work. They've been around and they just stay consistently. Like everyone has a coffee. They know you get a buzz from it. They know it helps training. Caffeine works. Whey protein, it's great if you can get your protein in from food, but if you need to supplement, it's a really good way to go. And it's the most bioavailable protein there is anyway. And creatine just fucking works. Like you're not gonna, I say this to people, you're not gonna take it and feel superhuman like the next week. You just take it and it just does its job in the background and you don't have to worry about it. You're not gonna feel upbeat and amazing as soon as you have 1 scoop of it, but it works. And then lastly, how do you take it? So there's a couple of ways of doing this. You can, so they actually come in 3 gram scoops. So I'll take 2 of these, so 6 grams a day. You can either pop it in your water, pop it in your shake, pop it in your whey protein, whatever. Mix it about. If you've got a spoon, brilliant. Or, if you are a little less civilized, this is called a Pontypool cocktail. So it's usually vodka and the liquid is orange juice, but creatine and water works just as well. Right, I hope this works. Go and buy it from literally anywhere. It's gone up in price a little bit over the past few years, but it's still cheap as chips considering what it actually does for you. This one's from My Protein. They're all the same. Just get whichever one you want. Cheers.